Ladies and gentlemen, the true Emperor of Lassie.
You know, I can't remember the last time I looked this good. But I'm just kidding though, I look good all the time. Know me? Let's... Wow. New year and I'm already as nervous as a train wreck. How wonderful. How embarrassing. But honestly though, I really don't care. 'Cause, hey, even the best of us makes mistakes sometimes, right? And you know what my mistake was? Well, not making this speech any other sooner in the new year, 'cause I'm, as what you might call, fashionably late. But you know what? It's fine. Everybody's late sometimes, you know? We're only human, right? But anyways, enough about that. Ladies, gentlemen, and to all my Lassie and Concorders. Some of you may know me, the rest of you are here for the first time, but in all cases, I am Chito2500's. And let me just say, Happy New Year. We are here. 2023 is here at last. So, what were your New Year's resolutions in 2022? Okay? Now, for some of them, I did complete them, but not all of them per se. Because there's always something new and exciting each and every day or each and every week. Whatever comes first, of course. So, did I complete some of my New Year's resolution of 2022? Yes, I did. I'll name a few of them right now. I did lose the target amount of weight that I set for myself, so congrats to me, of course. I mean, I know I look like I lose weight. I don't, whatever. It just doesn't matter. I did complete some of my games in my library, though, and of course, 2022 kind of brought some new ones into the library, so that kind of, well, slowed me down a little bit, though, so yeah, there's that. And of course, made new friends, you know, settle into my new job, and yeah, it's been a lot of great things for me for 2022, which sadly has to come to a close, unfortunately. While some of you may agree that 2022 was great for you, the rest of you may not agree, in which 2022 was practically the worst year that you've ever lived. I don't know what your life is like. I don't want to know, so yes, please keep that to yourself. So now, I'm curious, okay? What were your New Year's resolutions for 2022? If you want, you can comment down below, tell me one of them, that is, and then if you completed it or not, or still in progress. Your choice, you don't have to, but it will be kind of nice, you know? Now, before I begin though, I have heard, right? I've been scouring this year that people make these New Year's resolutions, right? But then breaks them immediately. And some of them claim that it's a normal thing to do, that it's tradition per se. I mean, I've never heard of that. I mean, it's just something that I read somewhere. I don't remember where, but I don't know. I guess it's just a thing perhaps. Maybe something on TikTok. I don't know. But anyways, enough about that. So what about me though? What is my New Year's resolution of 2023? Instead of me just saying them all at once and then try to remember every little thing though, I'm just going to start with one, do details, and then repeat and so on and so forth. Okay, so that way you guys don't get lost, all right? So sit back, relax, hope you got some popcorn and chocolate. Here we go, let's do this. So first off, right off the bat, my New Year's resolution, my first one that is to continue my progress, you know, on my movies or on my games and everything. Whatever that I didn't finish before though, I'm going to grab this opportunity and try to do it again. Now, the problem is that it's time management, okay? I have to at least put aside an hour or two a day, excuse me about that, in order to complete said game or said movie, okay? Because there's literally so many games and movies out there that it's nearly impossible to watch every single one. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to focus on one movie, focus on one game, and then try to commit to it, until the thing is done, okay? Now, the reason being is that I haven't got to that point yet where I completed every single one of my library games or single one of my movies is because I hate to admit it though, and I know it's gonna sound stupid or whatever, but I'm concerned, right? Afraid even that if I finish every single one of my library games or my movies or whatever, then I'm not gonna have anything else to do. I guess you could say that boredom is like one of my Achilles heels, okay? Because I fear that I may not have nothing to do afterwards, and I might have to find something else entirely to occupy my time. Ooh, scary thought, right? But I did remember this one thing, and it kind of motivated me to keep going, is that there's always a new movie that's going to be released, a new game that you can play. So because of that, though, it kind of inspired me to move forward, though, and since I still have a heck of a lot more to go, I'm pretty sure that I'll be entertained, throughout this whole year and beyond. So yeah, that's my first New Year's resolution, okay? And part of that is, setting aside, some time, like I said, and it requires a bit of a commitment, you can say, okay? But not too much, though, to the point where it takes over your life completely, though, because that will be utterly insane, if you ask me. So yeah, that's my first New Year's resolution. And yep, good luck to me on trying to complete it this year. Well, or at least part of it, Whew. Now for number 2. Number 2 is also an easy one, okay? My second New Year's resolution is to try to reconnect with friends and family that I have known over the years, and try to rekindle my relationship with them. Because I'm pretty sure that a lot of your families and friends, wherever they are in other states or in other countries or sometime next door, okay? And then for some reason, though, you just don't get up and go see them, okay? Now, I know what it feels like to, not being able to see your friends and loved ones for a long time, besides your immediate family, of course. And it's just, kind of difficult, because everybody's living their own lives, everybody's got, their own responsibilities, and basically it just doesn't create enough time to spend it with the people that you love, or pretty much everything else for that matter. Because the reason being is that I've, I haven't been, on top of that, honestly, and it's basically, I'm just, surprised at myself, even upset at myself that I haven't been spending as much time with my family and friends as I used to. Because I'm busy all the time, either with work or volunteer work or pretty much personal projects for that matter. It just saddens me even, that I'll never ever, find some time. But thankfully though, my next New Year's resolution might be a solution to that too though. So let me finish this one and I'll get to the next one in just a bit though. So let me give you some advice this time, okay? I know that some of you have families who aren't exactly the perfect role models for you and everything, but your family doesn't necessarily have to be related by blood, okay? All it takes in a family to stay together is love, okay? If you love your best friend, or you love your little nephew or your niece, or your aunts and uncles, or somebody else's mom and dad for that matter, or a complete stranger who showed you nothing but compassion and kindness, okay? Would it be fair to say that they can be considered your family too? Since you went through so much together, you had each other's back through thick and thin. Wouldn't you agree? Because the reason why I say that is because I consider, my own friends and of course my clan of Lassie to be my, second family too. Because I believe that, they mean just as much as me as I do to them, okay? We look out for each other. We take care of one of our own, And that's, and that's how all relationships should just, be reflected upon, okay? We should all just treat each other fairly and equally, and not just try to take advantage of one another, which I unfortunately see every day, either, in real life or in the online world. I mean, come on, guys, let's just be real, okay? Anyway, number 3, okay, from my New Year's resolution, okay? Now, I did say in number 2 that I didn't have time to spend it with, okay? Number 3 will be the solution. And number 3 is, unfortunately for some of you guys, cutting down on some things that are either unnecessary, too much for me to handle, or just simply, irrelevant for that matter. So I'll give you some examples, okay, which applies to me though. Now, back then though, I used to spend almost every day with my clan of Lucia, okay, back then in my younger days. But nowadays though, I find myself spending either once a week, once every 2 weeks. There's even a time where I went through a month or 2 without even seeing them, okay? And honestly though, it really sucks for me, okay? It saddens me to the fact that, that I have all these responsibilities though, and I couldn't, find myself, able to find time to spend with them, okay? And the reason being is that my balance is out of whack though. The work side of the balance scale is shifted all the way to the ground, okay? I can't lift this thing up back to the thing. And that's because there's not enough personal time and play to balance it out though. So by cutting down all of the work balances, right? Therefore, I can try to get it, in perfect harmony again. For me, of course, okay? For volunteer work, right? Instead of me just doing multiple projects a week though, try doing it once a week, okay? Stick to one project. Instead of me doing daily activities with the clan, try doing a weekly activity or a bi-weekly activity. And instead of me, trying to do like a really elaborate video, once a week or not once a week, once a month, once every 2 weeks though, try to do simple, videos, but good though, either once a week or twice a week per se. So that way though, my workload becomes shorter, okay? So that way I could find time, to spend it with everyone, okay? Now, unfortunately though, it won't be easy to maintain though. It's because of time management, okay? Time management and commitment plays a very, very key part in my life though, especially with my New Year's resolutions, okay? Because I need to find the time to spend with someone that I've missed for a long time, or find the time to either study for this big exam, or try to find the time to, do this guy a favor and, help him out in this time of need, or visit somebody for that matter, It all has to do with that, And of course, though, since some of you, really don't like me too much, though, let's move on to number 4, okay? Because this part is especially for you, okay? So number 4 on my New Year's resolution, right? Now, before I begin, though, originally, though, I was going to do this, okay? Well, some of you like to point fingers at me, okay? Some of you like to point fingers at a lot of other people, right? Trying to shirk those, responsibilities and things that were completely your fault into somebody that has nothing to do with you at all, okay? And honestly, though, I originally said that I was going to take the blame for everything because obviously, though, some of you are just too weak, simple-minded, inferior. What's the other word I'm looking for? Oh yes, spineless to do so. Cowardly. And honestly, it's true about you guys, okay? Because if you can't man up to your responsibilities or woman up to your responsibilities or man or woman up to the things that were completely your fault and not own up to it though, then yeah, that's just low, But after talking, with my friends, with my clanmates and everything, I decided that I'm just gonna take the blame for stuff that I was aware that I've done, or this and that and the third, okay? But yet for the rest of you, whose lives was so bad because of me and everything, I'm gonna ask you this. Before you met me though, was your life really that bad, okay? to begin with? Or how about when you engage in something that you shouldn't even belong to, like video chatting or get into an uncomfortable situation though? Will you blame me for that too? Probably, right? Or how about, when I tell you, to do this and everything, and it's for good reason and all that stuff, but yet you backed up and defied me and say, oh, this and that and everything. Okay, so what makes your idea better? Okay, do you have a reasoning behind it though? Was it well thought out? Was it carefully planned? Because if I don't see, anything, worthy of praise or value and everything, because it's not well thought out, then obviously it will not work. So you're gonna blame me for rejecting your plan? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, sure, you could. Well, guess what? Okay, I'm not gonna be responsible for that anymore. Okay, and I'm gonna name a few examples. Okay, and this might hurt some of you, but honestly, I really don't care anymore. Okay. For those of you who got into an uncomfortable situation, whether you're chatting with somebody on video and then this other person made you uncomfortable and everything, whose fault is that? Yours. Or how about the time where you claimed that you checked into a mental hospital because of me and all that stuff? Who was the one that put themselves in the hospital? You did. Or how about that I'm a manipulator, I'm doing this and everything, but yet who's the one with all of the evidence? Me. And who's the one that has nothing to show for it? You. So after all that is said and done, right, I'm not saying that I'm the perfect angel or the complete good guy and everything. Yeah, sure, I've fucked up a few times before, but yet, do I admit to them? Yes, I did. Did I own up to it? Yes, I did. Am I going to take responsibility for something else that's completely, unrelated to me? No, I'm not. So I'm just going to say this, okay? The next time you want to blame someone, for something that they didn't do or whatever, or you just want to run away from your responsibilities or just too guilty to admit that you're wrong, yeah, maybe try owning up to it. Maybe you'll be a lot happier that way. And yeah, I just simply don't care about you guys no more, okay? In fact, the reason why I haven't mentioned you guys by name is because, let's just face it though, most of the guys that I've encountered over the years is just on the other side of a screen though. I could choose to block them, I could choose to mute them, I could choose to ignore them as much as I want to. And 99.9% of the time though, they can't do shit. Because all there is just a name on the screen or a voice on the other side, because I don't care about that, okay? What can they do, okay? Because honestly though, if they could do much though, they could have been a whole lot worse, okay? Had we all had the power to do things and everything, things would have been different now, would we? But yet the reality is that they can't do anything, Because all they could do is just try to wee, cry for attention. And honestly speaking though, each and every one of us, should at least grow up a little bit, Because what's the point of spouting bullshit, right? If that bullshit is not going to carry any value to begin with. So, for all of you haters, trolls, and pretty much lowlifes out there that just sits on their asses all day, just wasting their lives away, maybe find something better to do. Maybe find something more productive. I don't know, find a girlfriend or boyfriend, or help a cat out of a tree, or do something that benefits the earth, Instead of just sitting on your ass all day, hating on other people because you hate yourself that much too. You don't love yourselves. That's it. Oh, I love myself. Oh, this and that. Bada, yada, yada. No matter how much you try, to shield, the truth from there, you can never be any more wrong, okay? Because why do you pick on people? Why do you hate? Why do you troll, There has to be a reason behind it, right? And the number one reason, which I believe wholeheartedly, you don't feel good about yourself. You're trying to satisfy that fragile ego of yours, okay? And if you have something to say, just say it to my face then. But keep in mind that I haven't never mentioned you by name. And if you want to come out to your face and be like, oh, why you did this? Why you did that? Did I mention your name? No, I didn't, okay? You just did that to yourself, my guy or girl. And I think I'm just going to stop here for now, okay? So, my fifth and final New Year's resolution is, well, to try to be the best person that I can be, okay? Because I'm going to be quite honest here, okay? I haven't been, great per se, okay? I want to learn more about myself, okay, than I did before, okay? And my lifestyle, that I've currently lived in 2022, I agree, wholeheartedly that I need to change a little bit in order to, do the other New Year's resolutions that I mentioned earlier, okay? And whatever, things that are holding you back or whatever grudges that you have, against the other person and all that stuff. For me, though, I've let those grudges go a long time ago, okay? To this day, though, I still forgive the guy that tried to destroy me for the 5 years over a video game. Or the guy that literally scared my clan half to death by leaving, Like, or the person that wanted to fight me on a subway or fight me a long time ago because of no apparent reason whatsoever, okay? Honestly, all those events just don't hold me down, okay? They don't hold me down anymore because I've learned to let go. There's no point in holding on, okay? Whatever happened in the past is done. The damage that was inflicted is done, okay? And it's up to each and every one of you, including myself, right? To choose to move on, from that past, to move on from that grudge, okay? And to heal, in itself. However, though, if there's anything I know about forgiveness, the one person, right, that you should really, really, truly try to forgive, even if you're not ready for it, yourself. I mean, back in my day, right, back in the last couple of years, okay, I've done some things I'm not proud of, and there were times that I never ever forgave myself because I wasn't ready, And that's why, I said that 2022, I took some time to reflect on myself, And that's why my fifth resolution is to become better, more reliable, more compassionate, be more kind to others, manage, situations a little bit better, okay? So that the next time I go into them, I know how to handle it better, okay? So it's not just me that I'm doing this for, okay? I'm doing it for my family, I'm doing it for my friends, I'm doing it for the clan of the sea, and more importantly, I'm doing it for you guys and gals on the internet, And yeah. And let's just say that, I'm very, very grateful and appreciative that, that most of you are still at my side, still have my back even to this day, showing me your never-ending support and love that I've, don't deserve half the time, I know I'm being modest here, but, I'm just trying to say that, I'm not perfect. I'm just a normal guy like you guys, okay? Except, living, a different lifestyle than you, or listening to, uniquely weird music or whatever. I mean, let's just face it, okay? We could express ourselves freely in our own way, okay? And yeah, there's nothing wrong with being who you are, okay? Now, one last thing before I go. Instead of just focusing on all the bad that 2022 has to offer, try to focus on the good that 2022 had to offer, okay? If you focus on that, though, then you might realize it's not so bad, okay? But then when 2023 finally came, okay, sorry about that, I stumbled a little bit. 2023, to me though, is just, another opportunity to start over again, Another opportunity to improve on myself, to improve on my commitment on my New Year's resolutions. To finally one day to approach the year where I can finally say I completed every single one of my resolutions that year. That'll be a dream, honestly. It will be a dream. And I could achieve that dream by setting them small instead of big, But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy lives to even come listen to me and everything. Of course, as always, I'm not perfect though. I do stumble sometimes, which I admit though. I do stutter a little bit. But honestly though, it's quite alright though. It's because I'm showing you my authentic, genuine self, okay? Instead of just reading from the script from Microsoft Word or something like that though. And yes, I am quite proud of myself for even accomplishing such a feat though. So yeah, let's make 2023, a better year than before, and hopefully, things could be better, in time. So until then, this has been Chito2500's. Thank you so much for tuning in, like I said, and Happy New Year. Let's make this great, and yeah. Good luck to you guys on your New Year's resolutions. As for me, it's time for me to get started right away.